What's going on, guys? This is Copy801, and welcome to episode 10 of Copy801 Talks, episode 10. And for episode 10, I figured I'd bring in a group of guys that you should all know. I mean, I know them. I know a bunch of people in the chat know them, but if you don't, we have this guy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
With the BLCC, the big
fellas?
little comic color.
Yeah,
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Oh, doing great, doing great.
Very Pleasure good. To be here, bro. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having us on, Copy. This is awesome.
This is gonna be fun.
Hey, listen, man. Thanks for agreeing to come on. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. You have no idea. This is, this is completely awesome. Everyone should know who you guys are. Everyone should know.
Just about. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Starting to get the name out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
What's up, live chat?
Absolutely.
We got a popping live chat over there.
Yeah, we got plenty of people in the live chat. Let me, before we get too deep in the conversation, let's do a roll call. We got X11 Bravo. What is going on?
What's up, X11?
We got this guy over here.
What
up? Got Sith and Lady Sith.
Oh, the brains behind the outfit.
There we go.
The duo.
We got this guy in two places. We have Fuzzy Dunlop, who doesn't sleep.
No,
Fuzzy.
We got Astro Wizard.
Yeah, tuning in.
We got the floating head in the chat too. Clip that. That is a clip if I've never heard one. We've got Phil.
Yeah.
What up, Phil? Let's see what else. Who else we got? We have Moonlit Comics. Really quick. Shout out to Moonlit Comics. Made her first appearance.
Yes.
On the Team Nerd Herd yesterday.
Yeah.
Saw that.
That's fucking She
Ultron, Michelle,
bro.
Good to see you jump on.
She Ultron, right.
She Ultron. That was Jocasta.
Yeah, speaking on She Ultron, bro.
That was Rudy. That was Jocasta.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, she was created by Ultron.
Then we got Comic Dude. What's going on there? How are you? And let's see. Do we have anyone else who snuck in? This guy kind of snuck in. We got Rudy. Your uncle,
Tocayo.
my uncle, everyone's uncle.
That's my tocayo. You guys know what that means?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes. So in Spanish, when you meet a person that has the same name as you, he's your tocayo. That's all it means, really.
Same name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking more like twin, something like that.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe it has a real meaning, but I don't know that far. But maybe.
I have no idea.
Joker,
I have no idea,
West just jumped in.
Oh, Wes jumped in? Yo, what up, Wes? How are you?
Oh, wait. Look also there. Joker. What's up, people?
Oh, man, Joker's in the building, too. Yo,
Joker.
Shout out to all of those guys over in East Meets West, man.
Yeah. We put on a
What's going on? So, I am just going to let everyone know in full disclosure right now. I also am looking at. I'm being bad. I'm looking at a claim sale too right now because Dave over here turned me on to a. That's for the DC fans out there. So somebody's doing a really cool claim sale. So if you ever see me go blank, I'm just looking to see if they got anything I'm interested in.
Oh, we'll cover for you, man. We'll cover.
Yeah, right. Well, you and your floating head will cover half of Reno. So there you go. We got J2's in the building.
What up, J2?
What up, man? How are you? And then I'll just do this one right over here, just to give a little bit more recognition for Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Yeah.
So real
Please,
quick, I tried really hard to do this as the topic last week, but it went off the rails way too hard. I'm talking like way too hard. So the low grades, the low grades had a low grade moment. They were not able to go on their channel. So I decided, the proper thing to do would be to extend my own show to cover the low grades and, keep everybody there and route everybody back. So a 1 hour show turned into a 3 hour show.
Holy crap on a cracker.
Well, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've all been on Spontex.
Oh, it went off the rails so quick.
Oh,
like I'm talking like so quick.
That was funny as hell.
So, let's see if we can stay on the rails.
All right.
And keep everything going. So that way we can have a nice topic. So, today's topic is going to be starting a brand new YouTube channel. You guys are... Oh, really quick before we go into that. Yes, it was an absolute blast. Would I do it again? I need more coffee. So,
Bro, J2 is an entertaining guy, man. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, J2 is funny to hang out with. He's a good time. I actually hit him up after Spine Ticks the other night. We were on Spine Ticks last weekend together, and I actually hit him up the next day after that show and was like, hey, dude, I got an idea for a show, and I kind of spit it to him, and, it's something for the future, but I had him in mind just because we're two like-minded people. Like, we're, stoners to the max, it's all good. But, yeah, we get along fantastically on the show.
What? I don't do
It was
anything.
hilarious because it was Attention Seeking Geek was actually pulling out stuff on Father's Day. It was Father's Day last weekend on Sunday, I think.
God, really?
He was like pulling out stuff. Oh, so it was like, late night Saturday night, early Sunday morning for us. But those guys on the other side of the pond are already waking up on Father's Day, having their morning coffee with their wives and kids. And like one of them brought out it was Attention Seeking Geek, brought out a box and just started pulling stuff out. He got a luchador mask. He put it on for us. It was hilarious. And then he started busting out these little packets. And J2 Amir 3Z is like, what is that, rolling papers? And I just couldn't stop laughing. I was dying. It was bubble gum and candy, and but it looked different because it's from across the pond. So it was super funny. It was super funny.
J2 has the knack to literally make anything funny. Like, I swear to God, I think he should have been a comedian, to be truthful and honest. Like that is a calling if ever I've seen one. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you've got to have that's the same thing with Attention Seeking Geek. You need to have a certain best way I can say it, you need a certain je ne sais quoi to be a performer. Yeah. You have to have something about you. It's got to be the personality, the ability to take people together and just to make them laugh and enjoy themselves.
Exactly. You gotta have fun.
Hood rat in the building.
Cannot take yourself too seriously or you're just screwed.
Oh yeah, no. You can't take yourself too seriously.
You gotta take yourself a little bit serious, because then you end up with like me, bro.
Or you end up like
you gotta go a little bit,
or like the show
me, not too much.
Oh yeah.
You gotta take yourself seriously. I mean, for God's sakes, look at this. This is not what you call an attractive face. So I got my third eye looking at you.
Oh my God, this guy.
It's all good. It's all good.
How do you think? What do you think we thought when Rudy and I meet this guy at the comic shop? We see him every freaking Wednesday. We're outside waiting in line with this guy, and he's like, "Hey, I got a show every Saturday to do," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right, I'll check it out." I was on the next weekend, and he's all, "Hey, you should stream all with us. Jump on."
No, why not?
I set up the wall behind me, and I was on the next weekend, and it just went from there. That's how my channel got started, guys. It was as easy as that. As like I had been thinking about it for the past year, at least. I had been thinking about it for at least a year, starting one up because I've been watching all these other shows just start getting big. I've watched Pressable Defects, Spine Tips, Very Gary, Bueller, you name it. I watch it. You know, Swagglehouse, you name it. I watch all of those guys. You know, Journos, Comic Cannon stuff, like as many as I can catch whenever I can. I'm watching it, and you know, in the live chat, you know, giving support wherever I can. And then it just happened one day that, you know, this freaking guy, he's like, I got a show. You should jump on. And
shit.
So,
No, I didn't. I take no responsibility.
yeah, you know, that's how I got started. You know, I'd been thinking about it forever, and then it just happened. So I was stoked to, you know, start my own channel and get going because it's been so much fun. Like actually getting on, you know, Spine Takes with the guys, getting on with Harry Old Fat Guy's channel, Real Rude.
Bro,
we got a couple other guys here
taking over.
Oh, he's going to take over that BLCC show now.
The BLCC's in the house. What's going on, man? All right, so our top 3 picks for
enough of the seriousness, you know.
Okay, the top 3 picks for this week. Oh shit, not our show. Okay, so when he comes back, we should all be not in the room. I mean, we all should just stop the cams.
No, he's over there claiming books. So, that auction that he's talking about, I met a guy at a flea market. Basically, it was just like a local flea market here in where I live, and the guy, he has a Instagram. It's Marshall_consignments, and we just got to chatting, and we started messaging back and forth on Instagram. You know, he lives outside of Reno as well. He's a collector, and he hit me up. He was all, dude, I just found this huge collection, and it hasn't been touched in like 40 years. He's like, this is one I've been waiting to find, you know, something like this. And he started sending me pictures, and I was just blown away. And he's streaming right now on Instagram his first live Instagram sale with that set of books from that collection, like $10 Silver Age books. It's crazy. I think he was doing 2 for DC, 5 or 3 for. Yeah, it was. I think you buy it a whole row, you can get it all for like $35 or something. Yeah, it was a good sale.
It's insane, but you know what?
What'd you just pick up? What'd you just pick up, Copy?
You'll find that out later. But about you guys, you know, so the origin story is, you know, you see this guy over here just chilling in the shop, and you just kind of, you know, get together.
Hanging out. Yeah, it's we're just hanging out in front of the store, waiting for it to open, because our store doesn't open till noon. It's always been a mom and pop shop, but with COVID and the restrictions and all that, they've had to let all their employees go. So it is just basically the 2 of them and their 11-year-old son, or maybe he's 12 now. But they're the one, you know. So they don't open till noon. They're open 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. So all of us are congregating outside, waiting for them to open. And we just started conversations. You know, hey, what's up? How you guys doing? You know, didn't know anybody's name for the longest time.
What are you picking up today? You know, we just started talking about books out front. You know, or see the line is long one day, and you're like, oh, there must be a new Batman Fortnite book out, because who are all these people that are never here? You know, like all the aunts and uncles, grandparents.
With Rudy, you know, with what happened with Rudy was he's apparently, you know, he's, as we all know, he's still fairly new to all the comics and all that. He's only been in for a couple of years now, but he's
even just like since September.
I was on an episode, I don't know which episode, of Spine Ticks, and Rudy was in the chat, and hey, I know you, yeah, I've seen you, and then we saw each other a few days later, of course, comic book day, and yeah, that's right, you're that guy, you're that hairy old fat guy they have fun with on Spine Ticks, and that's how we met. Him and Gio, they've known each other for a while, I guess. And those two just started talking and bullshitting, and then we got on the Spine Ticks the following week and just bullshit, you know, back and forth into chat, and Sith eventually,
not wrong.
yeah,
You're not wrong. It's just
Now,
a
let me get
different
my side of the
kind.
story now.
It's just a
Not
different
wrong at
kind
all.
of dating and matchmaking service.
Yeah, okay. Your side of the story there, Rude.
So I started in September, right? So I was going to Omega Frog, right? That's another comic
Mhm.
book store, and
Mm.
you know, he makes it very difficult to get books. If you're not signed up, you ain't getting nothing, right? So I started looking up, you know, on Google, but every store was closed. So I decided to go to Comic Kingdom for the first time. It was open. Realized it was open at 12. When after I left there, I picked up some books, went back to Omega Frog, and I saw Geo. I saw him twice. So when I saw him, we both like laughed and were like, "Oh, I guess you got to go to two." So I started asking him questions about like the game and about how to get books, where to get. So we kept going to Comic Kingdom, and then he already. I don't know if he recently had met you, Harry, or Fat Guy, or what.
I
But
think
he
it was Gio on that first. Yeah.
after after a couple of more Fridays, since the first day I always saw you, bro. Since the first day I went to Comic Kingdom, you were the first one at the door every
Always.
day till today.
Always.
You know. So
I've
Gio tells me,
only beat Robert once or twice to the door at Comic Kingdom on New Comic Book Day. That is a
Nice.
rare
Because I
occurrence.
was too lazy to get out of my truck.
Oh, Jesus.
He was already there waiting, but he just didn't want to get out of his truck.
yeah, bro. Gio told me, hey,
He's
this
just
guy's
like,
got
all
a
right,
channel,
whatever.
right? He said he's
Yeah.
got a channel, right? So I looked up Harry Old Fat Guy, and yes, I came across. I couldn't find you. It was so hard to find you until I finally pressed comics. Comics makes the difference, bro. If you don't put comics in there, you're gonna go down a rabbit
Oh,
hole.
yeah, you're screwed. You go down a rabbit hole
Now
that
when
you
you
don't want to
go-
go down.
You're gonna be like, wait, is it
Don't
him?
Google. Don't
Especially
Google
if you
that.
look for it
Don't
like on
Google that.
Instagram, you're gonna get through a lot of fat dudes before you get to him. You probably will never find him, bro. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
But no, like that's how you
Exactly.
sometimes find people. You know,
no,
you
but
go to
I
a
found
shop.
him, right, and I started
Yeah.
checking out his comments, and I saw like the spine ticks were there. Check out the spine ticks, check out their channels. But what got me was the intro right away, because like I've already been watching YouTube, right? But
Mm.
this guy more like hip hop, more underground, more like raw, So I was like, oh fuck! I was like, hell yeah! So that very weekend, I throughout the week, I found out they had a live show. And that's when I came to Spine Tick on the chat and said, hey, I know that guy. Boom, it all happened, bro.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's
where you
that's
get
how a
the
lot of people
Ultron
find each
clip.
other. Oh, the Ultron clip that will live in infamy.
Exactly.
That will be around forever, for sure.
I
Oh,
can't
God,
wait.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
wait for Dave to get a clip.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know.
Like,
Sith's just building up stuff on me right now, and it's gonna come out one of these weekends.
He's
just
gonna
be like, "Oh, you think you're
He's
funny?
gonna-
Boom! Here it is."
He's gonna catch you when you're less expected, bro. You're not even gonna know.
oh
good,
yeah,
bro.
no, he's like a not a snake, but like he just
Jeez, bro.
No.
no, that's a bad thing. Like
that was a little bit
bro.
overworded.
No, not that connotation at all. Just like he just kind of sneaks. He
He's a
sneaks
sneaky-
around, and then he
Very,
finds
very sneaky.
he finds the right time. More like a tiger. Like he'll sneak around, he'll circle his prey, and then he'll just pounce.
Right,
And then
yeah.
then the clip.
Oh, you'll just hear him say
Immortalizes you.
pause in the background under his breath, and that reminds him to go back to that spot to look for that clip. I think because
You know how many
I've seen him do it.
You know how many times I
There's
try
some
to
good
say
ones
pause,
he's building up.
I don't get it, bro. I don't think I'm smart enough to get it, bro. Every time I think one time I said pause and Sith was like, no pause, bro.
Yeah.
He'll do that. He'll do that. The pause comes out all the time.
Yeah,
all
that
the
started
time.
on Spine Ticks. Somebody says something that might be considered inappropriate, and then all of a sudden you get pauses throughout the whole panel. Pause. Like,
Gotcha.
makes you stop and think, like, what the hell did I just say? Yeah, Spine. Yeah, right. It's like,
Pause 101.
How's the weather out there, Copy? It's fucking hot over here.
There we go. Like a little sneaky little leprechaun.
Yeah.
Nah, it's kind of hot over here, to be honest. But
more
right now we
humid
got
than
some
us.
fireworks going out outside somehow, and we're
And
getting all that done. But like it's summertime. We're gearing up towards July 4th. So of course,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna get all that going on. But I'm upstairs. It's hot as hell up here.
Oh yeah, me
You
too.
can see I'm sweating. Like I got this nice little sheen going on.
Yeah, I'm on the second floor of an apartment building, so yeah, I know what it means for the heat. It's like, you know, plus, like I said earlier, it's like 97, 98 degrees right now, and it's 6,
Oh,
7 o'clock at
God.
night. Like, yeah.
Don't look
We'll
like
get-
Dev is hot, bro. Look, he got a humidifier for his pops, bro. You know he's chilling. I don't even think
Oh
he's
yeah,
like.
this guy, he's got his stuff is climate controlled, man. It has to be.
I had to put those sculptures that I got from Lewis. I had to put them in the refrigerator the other day because it was getting too hot. For
Starting to melt.
Yeah.
Oh
he
my
put
God.
out-
From
he put
Shadow
out-
from Shadow
He put a
Rabbit.
warning. He put out a warning on IG a couple days ago. He goes, yeah, with the summer temperatures, keep an eye on those figurines. You know, if it gets too hot, put it in the refrigerator. For
Oh,
a day
bro,
or
you
two.
guys want to hear a funny story about that? Check it out. It's hot as hell, right? This is Shadow Rabbit, bro. Big shout out to Shadow Rabbit, bro.
Yeah.
I love this guy, bro. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, so I left it like this, right? The yellow Power Ranger started coming forward, bro, like leaning on the other guys, and I'm like, was that how it was? I was like, fuck, I don't remember. So I laid it flat like this for a day, bro, and it came back to normal, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it'll
how hot
do
it is
that.
here, bro. That's how
Yeah.
hot
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
hot as hell out here in Reno area.
Not this,
That's
bro. It's
for
just
sure.
as hot. It's fuck, bro.
Yo, I remember Lewis was telling me about stuff like that last week because we go to the same shop. So every
yeah,
Wednesday we go to
yeah.
the same shop, we hang out, and then afterwards we have breakfast. And we actually, you know, I actually went live while we were eating
Yeah,
breakfast
I
for like
watched
10.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
bro.
Oh,
jealous
nice.
that day because you were saying, "Oh yeah, we just got out of the comic shop," and you were showing off books, and I'm like, "Dude, our comic shop doesn't open for another fucking 3 hours." Like, and you were like, "What?" Because yeah, ours was where we all have our hold slots at. They don't open till noon, but it's perfect. I leave on my lunch break from work, you know, at 11:35, 11:40, and I'll take an hour lunch that day just to make sure and get down there, BS with these two guys, and make sure we see what each other's getting. You know, check out what's out, what everybody else is getting. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Like I know I've missed books that either Rudy or Harry Old Fat Guy have. You know, been like, oh, did you get this? And I was like, oh shit, that came out today. I need to grab that. You know, so it's cool to have a group of guys like this. You know, I didn't have that before. I would just go in, grab the books, not say a word to anybody, mind my own business, grab the books I wanted, and be out. And like now, it's like a social event. Like, you know, there's other customers at the shop that we're excited to see every week.
And Mandy.
Andre and Mandy, yeah, shout out to them. They donated some awesome books to his Harry Old Fat Guy's 100 subscriber giveaway last weekend, and my 100 subscriber giveaway is going to be next weekend on July 3rd, tentatively around midday before we go on at 4 p.m. And then, of course, Spine Ticks at 8 p.m., all Pacific Standard Times. So if you haven't found me, like I said, I'm already past the 100. Thank you, everybody, for helping get me there. And like I said, I couldn't be happier to, you know, get joined up in this community of people. It's so crazy how it all went so quick.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
You see, that's the one good thing about you guys on the West Coast is that you guys have a lot more access to stuff than East Coast. Reason being is because everything is earlier for you.
Yeah.
So, like, when Spinetix goes on, it's 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you
So
guys
Totally. I don't know how the East Coast guys do it. I know Phil's over there popping, you know, handfuls of caffeine pills just to make it through the show. But yeah, you know, you'll catch a few people, you know, at the end of the show just can't trying to make it. So I don't know how the East Coast guys do it and stay up that late. That's nuts.
I mean, I get out of work sometimes really late, so that's how I'm able to do it. But like, even then, just it's so it.
Yeah, look who else
You gotta be a little. You gotta be a little something something in order to, you know, stay awake for that. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
More East Coast guys in the house just now. Comic Forge, what's up, Mr. Forge?
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you for joining us. Even if it's just to say what's up, we appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody comes in says hello, but Sith is right. That's the only slot that didn't cross into everything. Now y'all run against each other. I mean,
Yeah,
in
that's
all
also
honesty,
one reason why
kinda.
we do. Yeah, that's why we do a
There
4 o'clock.
is you do see like shows. You'll get a notification from one show. Hey, show's coming, live show in 30 minutes, and right after that, you'll get another notification, competitor show, or I don't know. I'm guessing it's competing shows, but you'll see another big number show going on, same exact time slot. Yeah, I haven't really asked anybody about that in the community, just because I try to support everybody, spread the love around. But I know there is some like competing forces. I know Journos actually did a show today. I didn't get to catch it yet. I'm gonna have to watch it on the replay. But it was about our, different, what was it? Different endorsement deals from comic, shops or whoever that may be. Is that pulling apart of the comic community? And I thought that was a cool topic. I do catch a lot of his stuff, and I'm definitely gonna go back and watch that on the replay because
All right, hold on.
I hate to see that. What's up? What you got?
There's not a lot of shows, bro. There's a lot of shows. There's only a few good shows. Bro. I had to give up some of my show
Only a few
watching.
good shows. Okay.
I had to give up some of my show
You are right. You're right.
I had to give up some of my shows just like I'm giving out my comics. So I had to stop buying comics that were just whack, bro. Same thing with shows. Now we're not gonna name any names, bro, because that's fucked up. Maybe
Yeah, no,
actually,
That's why I didn't name any names
that's not
either.
where I'm going at. That's not where I'm going. But though, like for example, like me, I have it easy, bro. I have it real easy because I'm watching like okay, so Saturday is us. Well, I'm not watching our show, but it's us, Aegis, and then Spine Ticks. Easy. In Spine Ticks, you got 3 shows, bro. You got the West Coast, the East Coast, and the UK coast.
And the other side of the pond,
and this FOC right there. And then whenever you're on, I'm at work, copy. So I'm able to put on my headphone and just listening to you, bro, all day.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got like that's it, bro. I'm not saying the rest of the shows are bad. I'm just saying like
I try to catch Ultra
show.
Maximus.
For example,
he's got a bitchin' one. Yeah.
Like everybody in our circle, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I catch all the Very Gary on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
I try to catch all his auctions and anything he comes up special. I like the
because everybody's got different styles, right? Everybody
are good. I like Lords of the
I don't watch Gary Berry at all, but I've watched it. But his style is not mine. He's like doing like CGC and things like that. So I'm like, I'm not doing CGC right now. I'm not watching him. I'm watching like Percival Defects. Sometimes I watch them because they're like funny. Like for example, their new comic book day show. That's kind of what got me the idea to like do like a little one of our own, because they're kind of pointing out hot books, a little bit of spec, but they're also talking about the books they like, and that's what I like, as a channel. I mean, it's just like I think that's what everybody likes. People watch spec because they're buying books, they're selling books, but everybody loves that. That's just like that bullshit talk, and like fucking what we're missing. What I'm missing a little bit is the exchange on people that are actually reading. Like I want to hear like what they thought. Like, oh, did you see that shit? That's crazy. It's like that's crazy because that person was doing something else in another book, and it makes sense. Even though it's different writers, that's something that I want to look forward to maybe even doing sometime.
That doesn't happen a lot, honestly, with the books, but like you were saying, we'll touch on that point in a minute. But yeah, exactly. I don't want to be like the next hyper, but when it comes to all the shows, there are so many different shows out, so many, and it's you try and pick a slot that people don't necessarily use on a weekly basis or use much at all, just so that way you keep the variety. But I'm going to be honest, and this is some advice that I got. It was figure out what time works for you, and don't worry about crossing over with any shows. And the reason why that advice was given to me was because there's so many. There's so many that are out right now. And, like you guys, thank God, you don't really cross over with any shows. You happen to pick a time slot that was quote unquote available.
Right.
Because let's face it, I've said this before, there are different sectors to the comic community. One sector will have a show on at a certain day at a time, and then another one will have another show at that same day and same time. So that's why the advice was given to me. Don't worry about going over someone's toes in that respect. Just make certain that the time works for you. And if your audience doesn't catch it live, there you go. See?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
Sith was doing PSA tendencies hella early not to cross with defects out of respect. So you got 234. If there's a show that you want to attend and that you support, that's different.
Sometimes you got that super chat. For example, like Sundays. Sundays, I'm recovering from the weekend, whatever. It's family weekend, The mornings, I put on, and you got Sparks, and then you got comics that will break your heart. Dude, I'll literally put them both on both phones, and I'll jump back and forth, and I'll see even people that are on chat go on the other chat, which is even more amazing because they're being involved with two different
people
channels.
doing
you got that super chat, bro. That's what Sith always says, bro. That's fucking chat, bro.
I used to do that for a while.
I'm the chat, bro. I'm not a YouTuber, bro. This is the chat becoming a screen, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely. And like there is, like, when I said that you don't worry about another time, because when you're first starting, you're just figuring it out for yourself,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just starting out. So once you start building up a name and doing stuff like that, it's like, okay, let me make certain that my time doesn't cross with anyone else's.
When you get to that point, when you get super
exactly,
huge,
it's kind of like a graduation level. You first
yeah.
start out, you could go anytime, but once you start pulling people in and you start getting a core audience, it's like, okay, let me not split everything too much.
Right.
Yeah, and you guys do a great job of that because you're at a perfect time.
Yeah.
That 4 p.m. show really works out well.
Yeah, it works out.
You picked that time, right? I think it was Robert because we did Tuesday.
Well, we did. Yeah,
and that was impossible.
Tuesday, because I was on vacation.
And I don't know what else we did. And then Robert. Oh no, we did Saturday morning. And then Robert said Saturday at 4. And when we did it, it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody was on. Sometimes a few channels go like Sparks and stuff. Different random channels. But everybody just hops back and forth, here and there.
Exactly. Like, look at what Sid said. He goes, now what I'm doing is pulling back, watching shows that don't support me. I'm a sports fan. If folks don't watch me, I'll just watch hockey during their slot. So
that's right.
It's like it might sound to someone coming from the outside in, it might sound cold, but at the same time, there are so many people out there. If you're gonna support someone, then they should support you, and vice versa. And if you can't catch a show on if you can't catch a show live, catch it on a rewind, and then leave a comment. Even if you just go ahead and post it on, if they put a thing on Instagram and say, "Yo, sick show, caught the rewind," or a comment on their YouTube, sick show, caught the rewind, or really cool stuff. Even saying something like that, it's just.
No, totally.
It just shows support because let's face it, not everyone can make a live show. I can't make every live show. I'll watch some on the rewind, in the car, work, whatever. But you do that and you catch the show and then you leave a little blurb. Even awesome show. Boom, comment. It shows, hey, listen, he wasn't there for the live, but he's supporting us.
Yep.
Yeah, I work swing shift. So, that's, it's basically a 4 to midnight, Pacific time. So I very seldom ever really catch a show. Maybe I can get, something comes up when I'm on break or something around 6, 7 o'clock. I'll catch a little bit of it or I'll just catch it on the rewind. You know, it's just.
And I'm like Rudy, I'll throw on videos straight at work and just have my earbud in, and even if I'm not watching the screen, I will listen, still.
Yeah.
And if I get a chance, I'll go over, type a quick comment, be like, "Hey, right on, keep doing what you're doing." Even if it's just a quick comment in the live chat or on the replay if I'm
Exactly.
watching a replay video. Like I do that totally because I mean, that's the only way you can be. Like, there's all this great community supporting the little guys.
And the
like,
replay is so awesome, bro. The replay is so awesome because sometimes
Yeah.
you want to comment live, so it makes you want to watch the live videos. Because we're on the replay, you're watching, you're hearing a moment that's super funny or something that touches the topic that you really want to talk about, and you want to comment, and you're like, dude, it makes you want to go to that.
I know.
It makes you want to watch it live, bro.
Yeah.
And I think I think on the West Coast it's easy for us to watch the East Coast channels because we're at work.
Yeah, like
we're
you said,
on
the
that,
time change. Yep.
Exactly,
We're 3 hours earlier. So like
exactly.
those guys can be streaming at midnight and it's only 9 o'clock here and we're still, up and ready to watch for another 3 hours.
Yeah,
no
because
problem.
I watch East meets West too. Who else has channels? Sparks. You guys are all Maximus. Maximus is doing them late, like I think like 10 at night for him. It's barely like afternoon for us, or not afternoon, but evening. So
yeah,
dude. It's awesome, bro.
I mean, it's all about. I mean, it's all about the, like you said, it's all about the community. If you can't, not everybody can comment all the time in a live chat.
Not unless your
Not
name is
everyone
Afro
can.
Wizard.
But it's always good to just like put in that little effort, like you
He's
say,
everywhere.
and put, hey, nice videos. So even like, even if you can't just say a whole sentence about everything, just, support everybody, like mostly, like those guys that put all those videos, mostly you guys that have like actually a curriculum where you guys throw in videos like once, twice a week, support those people, man. Give them a like. That shit is easy, bro. Just, like it, comment, just a quick one. Just, that's why I do emojis. It's easier. I don't have to talk. I just put a happy one, a sad one, an excited one, Sometimes I wish I could put the flipping off ones, but that's fucked up.
Well, like you said, being the small channels that we are, both of our channels just hit 100, both Harry Old Fat Guy and my channel, both hitting just that 100 mark. It's really easy to keep track of all of those comments and to stay up to date with them. So it makes a huge difference to us, especially just starting out like this. Like I said, the past month, is all I've done. And it's crazy how quick it goes. But I am so stoked every time I see a comment pop up on the video because I go right on it instantly. Even if I'm at work, I'll jump on there and comment back and be like, "Hey, thanks for the support. I really appreciate that you checked that out." Like, even if they didn't watch the video all the way through, just getting on, getting that view, typing a quick comment, that means a difference to the small guys. And like I said, there's only a small group there that's doing that with our channels being so small. So we are, know all these people by name, like X11 Bravo and Astro Wizard and Sith, and all these people that are always commenting or, copy. You're the same way, have to throw you out there because you're in every live chat. You are always supporting people's content. I mean, and I've watched videos out there that there are people in the community, the same community that we are, that don't support the idea that you're kind of preaching right now. And I've watched shows that, some guys are saying, "Hey, like, I'll go and check it out, but if I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm not gonna subscribe. I'm not gonna like it and give you that fake like and subscribe." It's like, well, I guess I understand that point of view too, but everybody's out here doing the same thing, trying to get everybody's subs up so that everybody can do what they want to do with their channels. I mean, watch any of Ultra Maximus's stuff. This guy's already at like 800 plus people, and he's still shouting out guys like us, little guys, that are in the live stream and saying, "Hey, see these guys over here in the comment section? Like, go find them and go like them, go sub up because they want to get to the same place that we are and, are just starting out." Like, it's really cool to get that kind of support. Comic Forward.
Dave, answer that question, Dave.
So that's actually a sunglasses case that I picked up from a buddy. It was out of like a snowboard shop here in the Tahoe area. But yeah, I picked that up to display some of my pops in. It keeps them from getting as dusty and Keeps them protected from the kids, getting into them or stuff like that. But yeah,
Hey,
no,
listen,
shout out to all those bigger channels for sure
Oh,
for
yeah.
for the shout outs to us little guys. I know Team Nerd Herd just did theirs, and they were doing the same thing the whole 2 hours that they were going. Every single person they brought on, they're telling everybody go find their channel, sub up, like all the way down to the last person that got on and streamed with them for their 1,000 giveaway, which was awesome. Awesome, Team Nerd Herd.
Thumbs up to Moonlight Comics making her debut yesterday.
On their show.
She made her debut on the show. She was a bit glitchy, but still love you, girl. You're doing great things there, and keep up the funny ass comments in the chats. We love it. We love it.
Right. If I find a fridge with a clear front like that, I'll get it. Don't worry, Forge. I will pick that up, and it'll be over here. It'll be over here on this other side instead of this dresser. I'll put another one over here on this other side and have matching.
Astro made a comment. He says, "My wife says, are you watching your YouTube friends, bro?" That's exactly what my wife says.
So now back to the topic of the show, Copy. Yeah,
Well,
that's
actually,
like kind of what we were getting
He's like, actually,
into, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, believe it or not, what I'm going to do is really quick. So we kind of went through it, but we had some substance, which I like, giving people shout outs, doing all stuff like that. And I'm going to give this guy a quick shout out. So we've got the low grades coming up after the show. And he actually did contact me to ask me, what time do you go on? And he was going to go on at one time, but I was on. So he pushed himself back a little bit. So that way we can, we could do our thing, and then everybody can go on over to his channel. So you didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. I thank you a lot. And, like we're talking about with respect, we got 10 minutes left before the low grades start. So what we are going to do is just really quickly, we are going to go to the last segment of my show. And that is, once I get the graphic going, my favorite portion. And we got 10 minutes, and I think we are going to be more than enough time.
Yeah, bro. I've been wanting to catch see so many channels. I've been wanting to catch the low grades because they just started, and I've seen some of the chats and some of the stuff, and it looks like so much fun, bro. Like last time that guy had a keyboard outside. So I'm done, bro. Let's go fucking watch the low grades.
Well, before we do,
let's finish this first, though, Rudy.
Before we do,
I'll be back, bro. They're starting, bro. I'm out.
We got this guy right over here. It is unpopular opinion time. Now, everybody's got an unpopular opinion. I have one. You have one. We don't share them because guess what? They're not popular. And because someone's going to get mad. Well, this is my 10th episode, and my channel hasn't been canceled. So, on that note, let's go real quick down the line.
Just,
you guys get about 2 minutes each. Give me an unpopular opinion, and it could be about anything. Anything.
All right, guys, you got to give me a moment on this one. I can't.
All right, so we'll come back to this guy.
Oh,
you got something there? You got something?
Man, I mean,
all right.
Go ahead,
Dave. You want to go, Dave? So I got a lot of unpopular. I got a lot, bro. But I'm gonna stick to comics, all right? I'm gonna stick to comics. I'm gonna go down. All right, you ready? Everybody's complaining about DC's all these new characters, right? They're doing this, they're doing that, bro. Chill out. If you were reading the comic, you don't like it, you're not reading it, that's fine. Hate on it. If you're reading, you'd understand. It's like DC's going through a multiverse. I know they're going through crises and whatnot. It's been crazy. It's out of control. But to me, it seems like a glitch. Every new character has to do something with another character that's already been there. Like Ghostmaker. Ghostmaker is just like Batman. Trained just like Batman. Same master, same background, only that motherfucker kills. And that dude parties. He don't give a fuck. It's just like what everybody wishes Batman was. But everybody's like, Batman's not that guy because he wants to be so good. Everybody gets killed. They got that hatred towards him. I mean, I love Batman. He's my favorite character. right? So then you got Harley Quinn and Punchline, and it goes on. So everybody that's hating on all these new characters, bro, read them. If you're not gonna read them, don't say nothing. I'm just kidding. That's my unpopular opinion.
I don't know if that's unpopular, but it is definitely something that should be practiced. Don't talk about something that you're not familiar with. Because here's the thing.
Totally.
You're going to sound like a moron. And people are going to tell right away you have no idea what you're talking about. But give that a thumbs up. Who's next?
I'm ready. Yeah. This guy's still thinking up here. You can see the wheels turning.
Talk about religion.
Yeah. So. Oh man. Unpopular opinions.
Mm-hmm. Could be about anything.
I know that's the hardest spot. So I know Rude is kind of talking directly at me because I haven't been picking up DC books, so I'm kind of just gonna go on the other side of it. I know we don't agree on this topic a little bit because I mean, and I don't really talk about DC that much other than artwork. So I collect a lot of comic books based on artwork, not on reading at all. So there might be times where I'm picking up a lot of DC books because of those covers, like that freaking Warren Lau cover this week that Warren Lau that's coming out on that Wonder Woman black, white, and gold. Amazing. You're out of control. How can you
Beautiful
not pick
cover.
that up even if you're not a DC fan, which I don't read much DC anymore. I did as a kid. I collected as a kid, but once I got out of it and then got back in, I found myself collecting strongly towards the Marvel side, mainly influenced by shows and movies that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing. I'm super hot on those books. That's what I'm after. But like he said, I try not to talk about DC storylines too much. I know I have made that comment though that it's too much to keep up with. I can't keep up with all the new characters, but it's because I'm not reading it either. Like he said, that's the exact reason why is because I'm not reading it. I only collect it there for the art.
I don't know, I could see the flipper, the guys that are like flippers that really are trying to catch that hot book. I think they're the ones that hits it the most because they're like, fuck, I can't keep up with all of this.
All the first appearances. Yeah.
But I'm not, dude.
No,
you're
totally.
You're like a more natural collector, bro.
I'm not flipping. I'm collecting. I don't buy to flip any. There's a couple things where I'll buy a couple extra copies of because I know somebody down the road I'm gonna find that needs that or wants it. Like I have extra Scotty Young covers that I know Rude here is waiting to go through to make sure he has all those. If I have doubles of any, I'm gonna hook him up with it. I don't collect them to hoard them. I don't bundle up 10 copies of one thing to hoard it until it gets big and then drop them all on the market and flood the fucking market. What's the fucking point of that? I would rather
that's the thing. There's people that are listening and they're probably buying I don't know,
totally
20 copies of the book.
I know, and we have, and I was there in that spot for a while too. I was listening to the spec videos, I was buying a lot of spec books, and I'm kind of done with that. I'm only buying stuff I know and love, and that I won't be sad to have in my collection if nothing ever pans out on those spec books. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards my habits of collecting. All right, Harold, finish it out.
Okay. Well,
finish it out.
First off, not comic related.
Oh,
fuck. Yeah. What the fuck is? Yeah,
Copy's gone.
My copy. What the fuck is?
Thanks, Fuzzy. Thanks for listening.
B-A-E. I understand the reason behind it, but are you so goddamn lazy you can't put the other B in there? For God's sakes, it's one more fucking letter. Well, I'll
did you know you invited a grandpa on your show that was going to bitch about new age nuances?
I understand, babe.
No, I'm just joking, Ariel. I love you.
I know. Okay, so
I get what you're
comic related.
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, I mean, these guys.
Everything's getting more lazier, bro.
Yeah, it's lazy.
Next thing, dude. In the future, we're just gonna go like this. It's gonna be just sound.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, yo, copy.
By then, I'll be too damn old to even comprehend what the hell what this finger does. You know. As for comics, okay, I for a while there got FOMO really bad about everything, but I don't understand hundreds or tens of variants. God, enough is enough, people. Jesus Christ! And I still collect those variants. Don't get me wrong. And I kick myself every.
Oh, I fucking love those variants.
When I look at that receipt and going, "What the fuck did I just do?" I didn't need 4 extra copies. I didn't need. It's all the same goddamn book. If I want to read it twice, I'll open it up twice. I don't need 3 books of it or 10 books of it. I mean, God, for God's sakes, look what I just did with Venom 200. I have 10 fucking copies. 10 different fucking copies of Venom. I did the same thing with Action Comic 1000. I have 10 goddamn copies. The fuck am I going to do with them? And nobody cares about Action Comics 1000 anymore, so I'm like stuck for these $10 books I probably couldn't sell for $5. It's like,
don't worry, Harold, fat guy. Those things are going to come back around. That is a milestone fucking issue. I bought a couple Action. I got a couple DC, the Detective. I got that Siren cover that has Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman with Batman on the top. That Siren cover I picked up.
So I just pulled my old man rant. I am not ashamed to tell you guys that I'm old as fuck. And I am a grandpa. I mean, for God's sakes, my oldest granddaughter, she could be 11 this year. You guys seen the clip of her of me. She's a goddamn doll. I love her to death. But yeah, old as shit, people. I'm old. I'm an old fucking person. And I'm gonna.
Hey, listen, all you guys have great points. All you guys have great points.
And this fade out. I'm sorry, it tells you how old I am. First thing I think of Wizard of Oz. I don't think of anything else.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's really old. That's more like a universal type thing. That's just pop culture. But, at the same time, like there are variants are taking over. And a lot of people can get burnt out. You collect all these exclusive and you're spending way too much.
20 $20 a cover, $30 a cover, $40 a cover, $60 a cover, and if it's signed, you're talking 75, 90, 100. Oh, and if you want it slabbed and guaranteed 9.8, you're talking $200, $250, $500. I mean, the numbers get crazy on those, pre-sales for CGC. For sure, 9.8.
I picked up a store variant for the Children of Adam. That came out a few months ago. That book sucked. I'm going, why the hell did I spend $29 on a freaking book? That sucked.
Well, see, like the way I think about it,
you're paying for the art. I prefer
the way I think about it is like
I prefer to get stuff in bulk. No variants. If I want something, I'm gonna get a different issue of it. Like I'm gonna get, for me, 1 copy will do, unless there's a cover, like 2 covers or something that I really like. But I prefer to get different issues. This guy knows.
Yeah.
Because guess what? He was in the auction tonight. He was in there with me. So.
I picked up that 1 in 25 Frizzen silk cover this week.
Do they have any Power Girl up in there? Are they showing any Power Girl? That's not.
It was all Silver Age.
Oh, you just
it goes like this. It goes like this: Power Girl, Batgirl, Punchline, Harley Quinn.
Rudy, you like the boob window. Come on.
Yeah, right.
That's since who he would take out to dinner first, or who he would want to go out on a date with first.
The dinner part goes the other way. The one
it's opposite.
Dinner first. I mean, if I'm lucky enough to date one of these chicks, or I mean, they're not chicks, well, they're this imaginative, whatever characters. I'm gonna take the bottom one to dinner. The first one at the top, she's not going to dinner, bro. She's not even gonna make it to dinner.
Okay. Now we're going off the rails.
So
on
that note,
low grades are going to be on any minute now. So I will thank everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming by. I will thank you guys for coming by as well. Thank you for being guests.
Thanks
on
for having
my
us on
10th
Copy. Seriously.
This is
episode.
fun.
Yeah, bro.
Just four guys just bullshitting. It's just fun. Nothing wrong with
And
that. I love it.
and on that note, we will bullshit over at the low grades in a few minutes.
You got it.
But remember, guys, just collect what you want. Don't let anybody say anything otherwise. Do what you want, collect what you want. If somebody's got something to say, that's fine. That's why it's an opinion, because there's no wrong answer.
Yes, sir.
But
All right.
That's right. Let's continue
See you
this
guys
conversation
later.
another time, Copy.
oh
That's
yeah,
it.
definitely. We'll
Definitely.
figure that out. Maybe on your show. But for now, it's time for
Let's
the
do
low
it.
grades. Head on
All
over to
right.
their channel. Their show's starting up.